Hey y'all, Stump here. Um, kind of a impromptu ordeal here. Just thought I'd shoot this video right quick, just the mood hit sort of thing. Not too long ago, my wife done a 100 sub giveaway, little contest, giveaway, whatever you want to call it. And the topic of that was, show a couple things that are in your bug out bag, survival bag, camping bag, whatever, Well, I did a VR and showed off a little small fire kit, and there was a deck of playing cards I keep in there I showed off. Well, that brings us to this. It's a stick. It don't stay in the bag, but you grab it out here when you're in the woods and it goes along with something that's in the bag to put some dinner over the fire. Now, passive hunting is great, it works when you're not. That's where your rat traps and your snares and picture frame wire and all that stuff comes into play, if you got enough sense to know how to use it. This wind's getting up just a tad, and I forgot the little fuzzy thing goes over the microphone. So, y'all pardon me for just a moment here. We're gonna try this. Bear with me. Now, that may work and it may not. I don't know. I'll find out when I get to the house. If it works, y'all will get to see this. If it don't, probably do this again some other day. Anyway, back to what we was talking about. Things in your bag. Well, I just got a feeling that it's making all kind of noise over there for y'all. Anytime you're out and about, you got a fixed blade with you. And the woods is full of wood. Anyway, grab you a little pole. You want to keep it at least, above eyeball height. Personally, I prefer it to be, a foot or two taller than I am. That just kind of prevents the accidental, you're walking and you stumble and, it ain't really good to impale yourself in the bushes when God knows how far you are away from another human being most of the time. Anyway, take your knife, cut you down a little tree here, and you're gonna need to do a little work on it, just to taper that a little bit. And the tapering, you'll see why in just a second. Now, I've already cut this and worked on it a little bit, so I'm probably making it too dang loose to use now. But find the right dang holster, sheath in this case, excuse me. I carry something in my bag that some of you may, some of you may not. Now, a little backstory, something most of you don't know. My dad was killed when I was 3. Well, a few of his things are still around with us. Now, the little chunk of leather that ain't even been dyed yet, because I just recently made this little sheath for it, houses his old frog gig. Well, this is real simple to use. You get you a stick, slide the little screw out, get that on there good and snug, and you screw. Well, that's going to go back in the hole. I know y'all can't see that right now. Let's see. That'll get her in frame. And I think most all of us carry a multi-tool of some sort. That's how you get your screw to stay put. So, let's give that a whirl right quick. For the sake of demonstration, I probably should have done this before. At least pre-drilled it, I guess you'd call it. Pre-screwed. Sounded kind of kinky, didn't it? Anyway, you'll just work that sucker and get that screw going in there. And this is one thing where the screw splits your wood. It ain't that god awful for you, because if it splits it, it's gonna swell it, or make that stick swell up in there, almost like putting a step wedge in a hammer handle, or an axe head or something. But anyway, you just run that screw right on up in there, And this ain't one of these things where your 50-cent multi-tool's gonna be real useful. You'll probably bust it. Yeah, that one in particular is a Gerber. Kind of like the thing. Yeah, picked it up pretty cheap considering what they actually supposed to cost. And we might show that thing off a little better one day. It's got a few features I really like. But anyhow, our screw is now in there. Okay. Now at this point, you got a stick with a gig on it. Now if you a frog, you looking at that and thinking, by God, that's my ass. And you'd be right. For anybody that ain't familiar with a frog gig, now commonly you'll take a little more time than what I have at the moment. Smooth up all the little limbs and such that you've notched off of it. Anyway, we're not going to eat up a bunch of y'all's time showing me pruning little limbs off. Like I say, I should have done before the video. But anyhow, you want a little spring in your stick, okay? Oh, this video is starting to sound more and more perverted by the moment, ain't it? Now, you probably heard the dog. That's because I ain't no more than about 200 yards from the house, down here next to our little pond. That's what's on the other side of these bushes right here. Anyhow, you have your stick. Now, normally you're going to be in a John boat. Well, along about dark 30 when you out camping, or you done found yourself stuck and you happen to have a bag with you and had some of your tools, you put this together and you'll be walking right along the edge of the water source. Nice and quiet like. Well, you get you a little grip back here so you can shove it. You'll line up on old toady frog. Well, not really a toady frog, you want a bullfrog. That tastes way better. Because we ain't eating nothing but the legs unless you're really hungry. And you'll just kind of line up on him and you will stab him. Yeah. It's an impaling weapon. Guess y'all already knew that though, didn't you? Anyhow, maybe we can get that out, maybe we can't. But you'll get your frog lined up. Let's see what we're going to use for a synthetic frog. About like so, and you will just... You'll come back up. My leaf stayed on the ground, but anyway, you get the point. Or in this case, you get 4 points. And that ain't keeping score kind of points. That's getting dinner kind of points. Anyway, a little something I thought I'd show off. You know, if anybody found this, you know, remotely interesting, or want to see some of the other stuff that's in that bag of mine. Yeah, there's a comment section. Let me know. We'll check it out. We're gonna, yeah, we'll wait and see what y'all say about that. Y'all be good and take care.